Alrighty, hello everybody. So I got a video here today. This is a very old saved recording PU battle that I had against Mr. Fanny. He is going to be on the front side, and I'm going to be on the other side as Narukulol. So he lead off with the Slowpoke, and I led off with the Relicanth. And here I predicted the Slowpoke to be like more of a defensive set, so I switched out into my Leafeon as he goes for the Earthquake, and it does really nothing. So the Earthquake was kind of funky to me though, so I predict him to switch out and go for the Toxic, but either way, Toxic still would have been the best play. And here he predicts me to switch out into my Rapidash and switches into his Stunfisk, which is a very good play, which showed me how aggressive he was. So I switched back out into my Leafeon, because Leafeon's a pretty good switch into Stunfisk. But he just goes for the Earth Power, gets a crit, which sucks, so now I'm forced to switch out because I don't want to die. And I'm going to go into Munchlax, and so sorry about that. That just randomly opened. He switches out into Vileplume and goes for the Stun Spore on my Munchlax, which kind of comes in handy for him in a little while. You're going to see. But I went for the Body Slam. For some reason I'm not running a turn. I don't really remember why. But he's going to switch out into Slowpoke. Now here, I would have had a Munchlax sweep. He missed Aqua Tail, and I went for the Body Slam, and did 44%, and then he went for Aqua Tail again and got a crit, which probably compensates for his last miss, right? So that can compensate for his last miss. He goes for Aqua Tail here again, and I get paralyzed, so that kind of sucked, because I was going to rest on that turn, and then start sleep talking, and probably would have swept his team, but you know, things happen. So I'm going to switch into Leafeon, and he's going to switch out into Vileplume. I just go for the Synthesis just because my Vileplume is, not my Vileplume, my Leafeon is physically defensive. And here I'm going to switch out into my Rapidash because Rapidash is just a pretty good switch into Vileplume. I didn't really expect him to switch into Stunfisk, but here I do expect him to switch into Stunfisk. So I'm going to switch back out and go into my Simipour, which is Scarfed. And he actually switches into Rapidash, which is, you know, that's a decent switch in. Predicting like the Flare Blitz or something. But I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump and kill that, and then he brings out his Slowbro. I can just bring out my Leafeon safely. Leafeon completely walls this thing. And now here he switches out and he goes into his Vileplume, and I go for the Toxic. That was a bad play. I should have switched out and gone to Rapidash, but again, it's been a while since I've looked at this game. So here he's going to pull a double out and go into Stunfisk. I predict that and go for the Leaf Blade very nicely. Get a crit. Don't really think the crit matters just because his Stunfisk, I'm not sure. It doesn't do that much. So I'm going to predict him to go into Vileplume and switch out into my Rapidash. So here I'm getting a lot of momentum out on him, and I'm just free to go for the Flare Blitz because it'll hurt something on his team. And I burned the Slowpoke, which does matter because the Slowpoke was Choice Band. But I didn't really know that until this point. So he's gonna go for the Zen Headbutt, do a decent amount to my Leafeon, and I'm just gonna switch out and go to my Rapidash, realizing that he's Choice Banded at this point and can't switch to Aqua Tail. Plus he's burnt, so his moves aren't going to be doing too much anyway. Wild Charge is going to be able to take out the Slowbro. And he goes into Munchlax here. Not too sure why, because Flare Blitz is still going to do, a decent chunk, 38. That's decent for PU. So, but he's just going to kill me off with an Earthquake, which is fine. I didn't really need Rapidash that badly anyway. But now I can go into Bolt the Relicanth, and Relicanth is just going to clean up. It's going to kill that. And Head Smash, Choice Band Relicanth is just extremely strong and probably should be banned from PU. I think it deserves a ban. Not too sure. But, so I'm going to go into Butterfree, and this is just kind of taking a little longer than it has to. I'm just going to go for Sub. Here I'm going to speed this up because this is just kind of a little bit stally. This is me kind of going for Sleep Powder and then setting up some Quiver Dances and other stuff like that. So just gonna kind of let that go. But yeah, so Munchlax would have ended up sweeping the team, but he ended up winning me out anyway in a Relicanth, which is the worst thing that he possibly could have winning me out for. I got a crit on his Value Plume. That doesn't matter too much because that's just gonna help speed up the game. I missed a head smash on Togetic. Doesn't really matter as long as I don't miss you know, a bunch of them. I miss another one. Again, doesn't matter as long as I can hit at least one. Hit it, and Togetic's dead. And then comes Munchlax, and I miss it again. And the next one I'm going to hit, I believe I get a critical hit. Yeah, I do. But that doesn't matter because if I hit the other one, he would have died. So that was pretty much the game. Narrow 4-0 victory in my favor. Pretty good game, I would say. I've had it saved for a while, so I figured I'd upload it. Anyway, thank you a lot. If you like this, please like the video, subscribe, and peace.